Actually, I visit a lot of auctions, galleries. It is my passion, and that is why I can tell about this world not only because of theoretical things, but because of practice, because of communicating with the head of some auctions, some galleries. And for example, not a long time ago, when I was in a private meeting at the top museum in our country, I told with the head of Sotby's, that is in Russia, and we was able to talk not in public but privately. When I started my career, I didn't know how to find out information, because very often there are a lot of books about art itself, but they are not connected with investments. And that is why I can advise you to learn the most famous financial markets, and then you can take some aspects from them to the art business. That is why I, for example, know a lot of things about economics, about analysis, different markets, for example, stock market, how to evaluate company, how to run your business, how to be more productive, more effective in your business itself. And when you know a lot of things about such spheres, it is much easier to understand how to invest in art. And I think that the most important thing for everyone should be, firstly, the inside view of this investment world. So when you want to invest in stock market or in art business, you should understand the reality, the trends, how companies in this market works, how they earn money because of you. For example, in stock market, they make commissions, and when you understand how brokers works, how they communicate with their customers, how they earn money, how they build corporations, and sometimes how they become bankrupts. It is very important to see the fakes in business, the illegal part of some of these businesses. And then when you understand how ecosystem works in this sphere, then you can be more professional person. You will understand, you will be able to filter a lot of things, and not to think that this art dealer is the best and he will always sell you the best art, or this broker is a very good person, he will ask me to buy these companies, not because of the commission that they will take from you and they will earn money, but because they are very good people. No, it doesn't work like this. You shouldn't really understand the art itself, because it has big difference between these two aspects. It is very strange, but business connected with art not always work the same as art itself, because you can evaluate like an object of art not only because of its beauty, because of the technique of these people, but other trends, other things connected with the author of this building, of this picture, or the story connected with this picture. For example, Mona Lisa. It was not so famous, it didn't cost so much money before it was taken from the museum. I adore this book. It is very interesting, and it tells you, it takes some information from experts in this theme, and what is more, they take some pictures, they write about this, so they give you examples and their prices from the auctions and so on. So the next book that you can read is called Boom, Mad Money, Mega Dealers and the Rise of Contemporary Art. This book can help you to understand how dealers work, the main role that they play in this sphere, because they work with clients, they sell millions dollars objects of art, and they can say that this artist is excellent, and then the price will increase, will increase, and that is why when you understand the role that dealers play in such market, you can understand how to communicate with these people who are the top of who are on the top positions of this world. And if you are a very rich person, you can try to communicate with these people. If you are not so rich, and if you want, for example, to be a dealer, you can understand how they work, and if you have such a market in your own country, you can take some information, some details how they work, and begin doing the same. So this book is more connected with like sellers of art and their work with clients. The next book by Robert Wittman calls Priceless: How I Went Undercover to Rescue the World's Stolen Treasures. As you know, this world is connected sometimes with fakes and illegal situations, and this book tells us about the way how people can sell some objects of art illegally, and the author tells us and gives us examples of people who looks very aristocrat, who are on the top positions of in government, for example, who are the owners of some businesses, and they are very good people itself, but they can have such dark part of their business, and they can sell some pictures, some art that they is illegally bought earlier and something like that. And this person worked a lot with world of art. In such case, he tried to make a research and something like that, and it could be very useful for you to understand that in this world, when you want to invest in art, you should understand there is a big risk to buy fakes, and of course at least big very famous auctions can sell something not the original, and it is risk. There is risk that is in this market. When you know this information, you can think later how to check the art, how to how not to be like broken, and how not to lose your money. And maybe after reading this book you will think, oh, it is very difficult, it is not so easy to understand, is it the original one, some auction houses can sell fakes, and that is why maybe I can think more about other financial markets that are more open, that are more controlled by governments, and so on. And the last book that I'd like to tell you about now calls Provenance, How a Con Man and a Forger Rewrote the History of Modern Art. It is really interesting. You can take some information from it and to understand how art business work, how prices are like how people make prices for their art. These books will tell you the trends, the main idea how these businesses connected with art works. So you can take information from that, but then you can put it into practice and to use it not only buying modern art, but because of buying antique things too.